Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a while, but if you're familiar with this channel, you know that I don't have a consistent upload schedule. But today, I am here reviewing Lomography 800. It took a while for me to get this video together, get all the photos together, because I kind of wanted to take my time with this roll for the first time. I wanted to shoot the roll in various conditions, different environments, different seasons, different places, just to get a more well-rounded look at it. And these are just my first impressions. Obviously, I've only shot one roll of it, but right now I like it a lot. I shot this roll on the Minolta X570. It is 800 speed film, though I did shoot a lot of it at 400, and I think one or two photos at 200, though I can't really identify which ones, but it handled it pretty well. A lot of the photos were taken in Brooklyn, many in Herkimer, New York, where I went camping a few weeks ago, and a few in Rhode Island. So different places. For my first impressions, I'd say that I noticed that the grain was pretty large, which isn't surprising for 800 speed film. It's pretty normal for high speed film to have larger grain. Even Portra 800 has big grain. Though honestly, I wouldn't say it was as bad as Cinestill 800. I don't think any film I've used is that bad in terms of fat grain. This grain was pretty sharp. It does give a film photo look if that's what you're looking for, which I like a lot of times. A lot of times I don't, but I'd probably prefer a smaller grain, probably something you'd find in Lomo 400 or 100. I also kind of compare it to the Fuji grain that you'd find on Superior 400, which isn't terrible. As I said, it's just noticeable. Lomography 800 is known as the poor man's Portra. Each roll is about $2 or $3, maybe $3 to $4 cheaper than Portra 800 or Portra 400, whatever one you get. Each roll of the Lomography counterpart is a little bit cheaper, though I think most places sell it in 3-packs, and that's if you can find it at all. It's kind of not a rare film, but not a lot of places carry it, at least in my experience. But once you get your hands on it, it is cheaper than Portra, and the photos are very similar in color. I know personally I was thrown off by Lomography's color, because if you go to their website and you look at a lot of the Lomo color negative films, you see these very baked, kind of high contrast, punchy photos. I'm not sure exactly what produces that. I don't know if it's their Lomography cameras or if it's a different developing style or scanning style, but the look of those photos aren't necessarily what you get when you shoot this film. If you develop it in C41 process and kind of just scan it, it's very normal. It's natural looking colors. Leans a little towards the warmish color, closer to the red as well, which I like a lot. I like warm and red. It's happier, it's easier on the eyes. I'm trying to move away from Fuji Superior, which is very cold and green, which is cool, but to me, I don't really like that. The colors for Lomo 800 really pop on these two photos of my parents and a few photos of my dog that I took in my house in Rhode Island, which is weird because these photos themselves aren't the warmest that I've taken. Everything looks nice. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks kind of dreamy, a little silky. These are weird adjectives, but that's how I would describe it. I took one long exposure. Actually, I took way more than one, but I'm only kind of satisfied with one. Of this snowman here, I didn't take a lot of long exposure. I do want to take more in the future. I just didn't get around to it. The natural colors thrive in daylight, outdoor situations. Inside they're okay, but like most daylight film, it just looks better outside. As you can see, a lot of the Herkimer photos, the outdoors kind of pop, the greens pop, they look warm. I'm just going to let a few photos kind of display here as usual, but I'm very satisfied with this film stock. I'd definitely buy it again, though I probably would buy a 400 or 100 speed film, because 800 is just a little too grainy, and I don't really shoot in situations where I would need 800 film anyways. In terms of future videos, I shot a roll of gold while I was camping. I shot 2 rolls of gold actually, and I'll go over that because gold has become one of my favorite film stocks as of late, because it's very cheap and it's not the sharpest, but I don't know, as the name suggests, it's very warm and it's very nice. I think it's a kind of fun film to use, though I won't say too much because I'll save it for that video. If it seemed like I was rushing through this video, it kind of was, because my camera's kind of been screwing up a little bit, and this is like my 4th take doing this video. But Ask me any questions down below. Give me any tips if you have any as well. And yeah, if you have any video requests, I will also do those, though. I kind of just do whatever pops up into my head. And I already have one planned. I'll see you soon. This summer should be a good summer for photos, now that we can go outside.